please stand up and pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll call the roll.
Alderman Joyce. Here. Alderman Hill.
Here.
Alderman Marks. Alderman Falconberry.
Here.
Alderman Norton.
Here.
Alderman Williams.
Here.
Approval of agenda.
Any changes?
Do we need to add this to it?
We can add it. Yeah.
Move to approve with the amendment to add
We got a first and second. Please amend. Agenda rather. I'm sorry. Call the vote.
Alderman Joyce.
this. Yes.
Alderman Hill.
Yes.
Alderman Falconberry.
Yes.
Alderman Norton.
Yes.
Alderman Williams.
Yes.
Approval of the minutes.
Make a motion.
I second.
Got a first and second in discussion. All right.
Alderman Falconberry.
Yes.
Alderman Norton.
Yes.
Alderman Williams.
Yes.
Alderman Joyce.
Yes.
Alderman Hill.
Yes. Anybody citizen input? Anybody got anything?
We will have in just a second. I got Gala Grant up here.
I'm sorry.
I got the 4th of July celebration that we keep, that we've talked about a couple times now. You guys said for me to get a head start in it. She asked you to come up and discuss it with you guys for just a minute this evening, so she'll be here momentarily.
Mayor King, I'd like to ask something as a citizen
Okay.
when that time comes.
Go ahead.
This is
I need some help. I own a property at 304 Crestview here in town. I've owned it since 2005, and it's rental property. Last year, for the first time after renovating it, putting some new paint, new carpet in, I had water. And I did not come to the board at that time. I wanted to see what I could do. So I hired an engineering company, and they came in and shot grades and tried to cut fill. We routed downspouts. $6,000 later, they left thinking we were all fixed. This year I had water in it twice. So I need some help. I cannot rent the property on a 12-month basis knowing that I've got to vacate them in December and wait till it dries and then remodel it again. It's just not a practical business model. So that's why I'm here.
Well, we can't go on personal property, I don't think now.
I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, I mean, I give you permission, but I don't think that's the issue. I just need some drain. Apparently, the water, the ditches, over the maybe 15 or 20 years of the ditches being around, can't carry the water like they did previously. And so when it rains, I get a pooling. Doesn't last long, but it's enough for me to experience a damaged unit. So no, I'm not here asking that. I'm asking for help with drainage in and around the Crestview, Forest, Eveningside, Morningside area that would address that.
We've got them all over this town. So you've known it as long as I might be. Can I speak? I guess I can. But we've had this problem, I think. I've been living here, I know you've lived here as long as I have, or longer. I've been living 50 years. Chapel Hill's in a hole. It's in a hole. Now, we have looked at this several times. I don't know where the water's going to go to. We put it down one side, it's going to come back the other side.
Well, can you work to putting it back where it was since '05?
What are you you asking? Are you asking for like the ditches have filled up with debris, or they filled up like it with and aren't as deep as they once were, or what?
I'm thinking that's probably what it is, Mary, because
undersized.
over the period of time, those ditches will get debris in them and they will fill up. Yeah, well, no, I mean, I've been on Crestview since over years, and I realize that. However, the uniqueness is in all of those years since 2005 anyway. I've not had any issue. Now I've got an issue, and I don't know if I know y'all made some great progress with using the retention over here on behind the restaurant, and made some good progress. The exact specific fix, I don't know. I'm not here to say if you'll just do this, I'll be a happy camper. I just know I've got a problem, and it has to do just with a few minutes. An open ditch might be the solution. But it's got to take somebody smarter than I am to look at that and say, yep, we open this ditch, we can do this, or we've got to get it down on going to the cemetery, because that's where it ultimately drains to. Everything drains down to, what is that, evening side? I always got evening side and morning side mixed up. Toward the cemetery. Morning side. Thank you, Mary. And so the neighbors in and around that they experience water back up like they've not seen, I understand. They were talking to the guy that was doing my work and told him that they hadn't experienced that in years, in the years past. So that's what I'm asking, is for a consideration for somebody to look at that and see if there's some ditch openings that can happen, maybe just some, but to develop a solution, because I've got a problem I've not had.
Who is that? Where is that exactly? Is that the one right behind the bank?
No.
Kind of thing?
No, do you know where Mike McElhenney lives? When you turn, you're on Forest, when you're on Forest and you turn left on Crestview, it would be the second house on the right. It's got a green metal roof, and then this unit is behind it.
Oh, in that apartment behind it?
That's correct. Yes, the apartment
Okay,
behind
that
it.
thing flooded years ago, when I lived on Morningside Drive.
Okay, I'm just saying, since 2005, I've not had an issue.
Yeah, but
So-
I'm telling you now,
Oh,
because I moved in 1992, and they had to gut that thing,
okay,
because water running through it.
okay. Well,
You told me right beside of Toots McGann's house.
yeah, this side, yeah.
But I used to live there too. Water stood back there in that field then.
Yeah.
Now, water runs through the middle of it. Before I moved up Morningside, because I was chief up here then, and I seen it. It run on through that. So I think we've had problems before that.
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is from 2005 to 2019, I have no issue.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it's happened 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing at all that the water ran through it when you were here before that. However, we've done everything we know to do. I put my money out there, you know.
Right, I
I've spent my
understand.
money out and to fix it. I'm not coming here and saying it's your problem.
Right.
I put my money out there first, and the problem is the water is collecting there for a period of time before it goes on, and some way or another it didn't used to. It was doing that apparently.
Right.
Something happened to fix it. Something's happened to unfix it.
Right.
And,
Last couple of years, we've had these record-breaking rainfalls too that haven't really
It'll
been
get
in
worse.
this scenario.
Yeah, that's going to get worse. But the ditches may not have been opened up in the last 10 or 15 years. You know, it's
It's probably been longer than that.
well, I'm just picking a number.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any sign of it, but that's my problem.
But you know, we've got utilities running, ditch lines, and everything else.
Yeah, it's a problem.
And some of the gas lines probably is not as deep as your need.
I totally understand that.
And because they hit
I've run
rock,
into that
they
other
stop.
place. Yeah, and they put it in places maybe that in
Right.
hindsight they shouldn't have.
Right.
But they're there, and they can be identified and sometimes can be worked around. But the ditches have been opened before,
Yeah.
and like I said, I think if somebody were to shoot some graves and could see, maybe they could give us some relief. But I'm here because the others, they couldn't be here. But there's 3 or 4 houses in that in that area that all contiguous to that are telling me that they haven't seen it back up like that before. So that's what I need. So anything you could do to look at that and give me some relief, I would appreciate it, because
We'll look at the ditches and see if we can clean. We'll look at the ditches so we can clean them.
that would be helpful.
With the tiles and stuff right there, you expecting us to replace the tiles?
I didn't say that. I'm only expecting. I am asking.
Right.
My expectation will be whatever you do, but I'm asking for some consideration to go back and look at something that, as you clearly have stated, happened years ago, stopped happening, and is now happening again. And so I'd like to go back to it was.
I can think a little bit. I'll tell you who was living in there, because we had to go up there and help get the furniture up.
Sam Peterson had the house. His daughter, I think, lived in it for a while. Am I that right, Marion? At some time, I don't know who's lived in it since then. So anyway, that's my case. And if y'all need to come on my property to look at anything or shoot a grade, that'd be great. But thank you. That's what I needed. Thank you. Excuse me.
Everybody knows we got water issues all over town. That right there, but, I don't know, y'all knew what you're going to do, I don't care. We need to look at the ditches, I guess, through there and see if there's anything's filled up or drains
I do
stopped
think
up
we
or
need to clean
something.
some of them out. Now, we cleaned a few out last year just tremendously in our little neighborhood. It don't take a lot.
Yeah.
I think you've worked on some of them, haven't you, Mark? Around.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we've had a comprehensive assessment of all of our ditches and culverts done, and we know that a lot of our culverts are undersized, and not just, I mean, in a normal rain, they're not, but when we have a rain,
Right.
like we get sometimes, there's not a culvert that's going to carry.
But even
The water.
the grass clippings, because I've told you before, down there on Lawrence when you turn at our house, I used to mow, believe it or not, and it was like this. Now it's kind of like this, because I guess it's composted all
It
those
has.
grass clippings.
That was several years ago, they had the same thing going on there down there in the end. It's been.
You remember when I was
still
still
mayor?
Yeah, I was here when it was going on there. I've seen it.
And I got Billy Pope one time, he come and looked at it for me. He come clean with the ditch and cover the crater and do it for me. Some got acting up and I was there.
I've seen it with them one time.
Well, I have to.
One time.
We can clean some ditches. I just don't want anybody to expect that when we have a major flood that it's going to do
It's
anything
not,
different than what it does.
I think it'll look good for the city and the town, know at least we're trying to have an effort of doing something that they do need to be cleaned out. It's not gonna solve everything, but it would at least help.
We got one more system input.
This is Miss Gaelic, Orlet, I make sure I use the right last name now. We've talked in the past about doing an all-day type of 4th of July celebration type of thing over here at Lions Field and all that type of stuff. This is the young lady that's willing to organize it for us. I think she's got a couple ideas to throw by y'all.
I wanted to kind of make sure I got on the same page as you when we were talking about it, but he was saying that you guys do the fireworks, but you don't have anything going on at all during the day. And that before you guys said, with the small community, you guys had that kind of hometown feel when you guys raised some money to have a memorial park, I think, done.
Isn't that what we did do the Veterans Park down here, Jackie, when we brought in the band and everything? Is that?
Already in the band, Roy and.
Not,
was
not,
after
not,
I moved here.
I'm not looking at anything at that scale.
No, I understand.
It was a
They
great
couldn't have
day.
done it for nothing.
Right.
What I'm getting at.
It was like bicentennial or something. Special day.
And we had the softball tournament up there, the whole thing through the daytime.
But she has a small
Okay.
Promotional stuff.
promotional. That's what I was looking for. And like I said, the idea has always been if we could get somebody to do it and take it out of our hands, that would be, that's what we would run with. This is kind of my idea. What I'm kind of, depending on her ideas, what I'm looking for is a small budget for her to cover costs and let her run with it and have a nice day all the way up to fireworks.
Something how family orientated, kids can get involved, because a lot of your community's got a lot of small children. Plus you've got a lot of churches and stuff in this community, so you could, in your local businesses, even things like O'Reilly's, maybe you can set up out there and even host contests, something as simple as a watermelon eating contest for the kids. Little things like that, that way they can kind of bring attention to the small town businesses that are in this area, but kind of make it more family orientated also, so the adults have something to do, but mainly you kind of get the younger families all together, because you've had a huge increase with people moving in this area. A lot of y'all lived here forever, but now you've got these new families moving in, and it'll kind of get them involved. And instead of them shopping in Spring Hill, they'll make sure they hit all your small places out here because they'll know that they exist. So, and that wouldn't cost you money, and it actually help your business around here make a little money.
So where would you make your money? I mean, obviously, profit is the name of the game.
Well, with personally, for me, myself, it's not so much about that. I would have to have a budget.
I know it's not all about that, but
Right.
you've got to pay for it.
I usually, I'm doing when I do the only events that I've actually done, most of my events are usually for charity. I've been doing about 10 years of this.
But we're a
And I
good
do
charity.
Non-profit. But
We
by
need
doing, of course, if I had expenses for that would be cover things like the bands and the PA.
And that would be for us to pay.
Right, whatever your budget is, yes.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So ultimately, my question is, how do she suggest a small budget for it, whether it be $1,000 or $1,500, something in that area? Is that is that off the chart? How does that work, guys? But I guess this is where I need your expertise, Mark, because I'm flying a little blind here, honestly.
I mean, that'd just be something we would need to, just approve the expense or, put it in the budget.
How do you all feel about this idea, guys? I mean, is that...
Nobody asked me, but I think it's great. Would the churches be able to set up things to make money for them, or Boy Scouts,
A small
or
craft show.
whoever? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, I would think so.
Well, I think the more people you can drag into
What
town.
about the food truck? Y'all building?
Right, it's something as simple as that. I mean,
Now, I would also, I'd have to know, because I ran into this with one of the things I'm working on right now in Murray County is, I'm not sure what your prices are for vendors. If you guys charge the vendors a $50 fee or the yard sale, I don't know how that
how
works
does
with you
that happen?
guys.
If she's charging, is that on her?
Well,
Or-
that would be, they would have to pay you, because I would never do
Okay,
that.
all right. That's where some of my questions come in.
Right, I would have to know what your guidelines are as far as what your permits are needed for.
But typically, we don't charge anything for like a one-day event.
Okay, that's good.
Someone setting up a food truck for multiple days, then it's a $50 vendor fee.
Well, then
But we
here's a
haven't.
suggestion with that real quick, though, not me cut you off, but if you're not gonna charge a vendor fee for this event, perhaps you guys could come together as a group and figure out what your biggest needs in your community is, and have your vendors donate, so not only are you making a place for everybody to come for 4th of July celebration, but you might also be able to solve a local problem in the area, whether it's,
Those
so it
are
is some
folks
type
that
of
you
charity.
defend all the time. Jackie, can we
Yes.
make a fund for that? I mean...
Older folks.
Sunshine Fund.
Water bill, folks.
Right, I mean, what we
You know
would
what
also
I'm
do, something like that, I mean, that would also, it's an easy fix on that, because most vendors, we come up to sell their wares and stuff like that. You're used to paying $50 fees, but if you have us for a donation, even if it's $10 per person, you can still easily make money for charity. I mean, that's helpful.
I can see the wheels turning.
The baseball
I
game,
see the
right?
ball players will.
Well, I mean, there's always somewhere you need money, I understand that all too well, but.
I don't object to any of this at all.
I guess she has some kind of budget to work with, so I mean, I guess that's my question to the group
Right, I
here.
can work with any budget, that's the thing, that's not a problem, I've made things happen with $100, I can't get you a full band for $100, but, and it's really a great experience for me to take on a project this large, this would be one of the largest things I've ever worked on in the whole. and a lot of other benefits, but this would be a really big project for me to be like, let's do.
Well, for you to do it right and have maybe a band at a certain time of the day, maybe not all day, but a certain part of the day in the evenings,
Yeah.
and to get the ice cream and get whatever else you may want, the food trucks out there, and get people to come in, what do you think it may be?
You know,
Yeah,
that,
yes.
with your music, and you'd probably, and when you say having a band, if you guys are wanting to start something, it depends on how early you want people in this area. If you want them starting out as early as 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you want an all-day event, you need some type of entertainment throughout the day. Very fortunate that we have the Winslow Brothers in this area, which is an amazing little group of artists right here. They, you know, they bring a good crowd. They've got a good night, and it would help them. So if you have something like that, maybe a daytime band, then have the activities for the kids and the family, maybe 3 acts right before the fireworks. Jim actually had a great idea with your school band, which is amazing. Maybe have them, invite them out to perform right before the fireworks. Have their 3 songs, real patriotic songs, so that gets the kids involved too in the school.
I love hearing the music, the recorded music
Yeah, we want, yes.
before the fireworks. So I'm all with. I mean, all this.
I like that too.
I'm in.
But don't think we're gonna get Hank Williams Jr. down here.
No, sir, but I could probably get you the
We're
steel
not gonna
rolling
be like
band, Winslow
Lewisburg, pay
Brothers. maybe
$75,000, $80,000.
Lewisburg got broken doing that.
Think small, think local bands, they're good music. We won't have any bad music, but we're not gonna spend $1,000 on a band. This is a great opportunity for the musicians too, because they're gonna be heard by. Yes, ma'am, and I'm fortunate that with the jams that I run and the other bands I work with, I know a lot of musicians.
Well, I guess we're all in on it. I know I would be. I think maybe you need to come up with a number you think is feasible, and
Okay.
then we can look at that number.
I can get with Brian over the week and
I don't want to throw a number out there
Do I
that's
need
not
writing?
close.
What do I need for you?
I mean, we just need to know what kind of money we're talking about so we can.
And then a lot of that's going to depend on too on your advertisement, on whether you guys probably have. I can do a lot with social media and design on your flyers and things like that. But if you want radio advertisements or newspapers, you would have to consider the budget for that also. But
We
as
got
far
the
as
newspaper
the,
man
Right
back
here.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
We got the inside.
pay me for
But what if it's for charity?
You been
Tax write-off if it's charity.
Yeah, it's part of the benefit.
And this radio deal that's I dreamed up somewhere.
Hey, yeah.
We're doing that once a month or something.
We can do it, over the next 6 months. We've got
We get a guest speaker.
any Tuesday that we want.
So I just get with you, I guess, later.
So
Yeah, they-
I want to give her enough time to make it happen.
I'll make sure
too.
you have contacts in case you guys have ideas too. That would always help. You know what you want your town's celebration
You
to look
talk,
like.
if you talk to the Winslow Brothers, and they're from here,
Yes, sir. Good friends of the Winslow Brothers.
they can do it.
They do
They
a
might
great
do
job.
it for nothing for you. If you'll talk to them.
Yeah, those kids have helped
We
me out a
can-
dozen times.
Yeah, they're great. But you know, I'd have the professional PA, the professional sound guys, stuff like that too. I've already
Either
got.
me to go talk to them for you, I go
Oh,
talk
no,
to
sir.
them, I know real good.
I've gotten Winslow Brothers several bookings. I've worked with them for quite a while now.
I love our fireworks, and I know they're expensive. If I
They are
can get
beautiful.
a couple extra people in town to look at them, I want to make sure we're getting our money's worth too, type of thing. I know that's been a concern in the past.
We can take care of these things.
So I guess by the next meeting, I just have the number in mind, is that,
Yeah.
or does it have to be in a meeting, Mark?
I mean, just come up and we'll talk through,
Okay.
you know, how much we think it's gonna take, and we'll work on getting it budgeted.
Okay.
Or
Maybe
if we
give me
think,
like, maybe a week, we could have to.
Yeah.
Okay, does that work?
I'll come here, I'll bring you up here with Mark and we'll have a conversation.
Yes, sir.
We'll go from there.
and if we think we need to do something before the budget gets through, we could, you know, put it to the board in the form of a budget amendment for this year.
What is our budget timeline? When
We'll pass it at the end of June, so, I mean.
so yeah, we'd have to get something before that would be.
We need April.
Yeah, so,
So before the next meeting, we'll all get together.
Okay. Yes, sir, I got it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all. You have a great night.
If you need to put that baggage in my truck, it's unlocked.
Oh, yes.
Well, you can put one in mine.
You can put presents
I
too.
don't even know what it is.
More school supplies.
Oh.
She does a lot of charity for with a couple of the clubs over in Murray County to raise school supplies for the kids. Right now, she's got something going on.
Second year being nominated for Citizen of the Year in Murray County also. So
She's very good at what she does. That's why.
she's been doing it a while.
Right.
Anyways.
I thank you,
Yes.
Brian.
Oh, thank you. Just throw her in my truck.
Yeah.
Any more citizen input we'll put in?
Who was that there?
Oh, that's Jimmy Worley. That was her husband hiding out there. Yeah.
Any more citizen input? You wanna bring up the ballpark in this citizen input?
I think that they added that to the agenda before we.
Okay, all right. Communication from mayor, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. Reports?
Be glad to answer any questions. When we talked about starting getting some reports from individual people, how's that working out? We got one. We talked about passing a resolution that states what we want. Yes. That's what we had. So we hadn't started this yet until we passed it, is that right?
There's no resolution.
I have one question, just because I don't know, where is Plain Creek Farms?
That's the subdivision that's starting off of Eagleville Pike. Eagleville Pike.
That's the next road?
Yes.
Okay, I'm with
Steve,
you.
yeah.
I just didn't
What
recognize the
commercial's trying
name.
to come out with?
There's a property north of Eagleville Pike that's getting a lot of conversations. I'm getting a lot of questions about zoning and what they can do there. Actually, those first two properties, I'm getting zoning questions about what they can do there. So those two properties are looking at something commercial. I know there's a couple of existing buildings in town that I've got several calls on. The one beside the veterinarian's office, right downtown, and just some atypical activity as far as commercial questions.
Okay. I thought it was, with the way I read it, I was hoping it was actual businesses that were thinking about that.
I don't have any announcement to make or
Okay.
anything.
Just don't bring no competitor.
Do we know how many codes complaints we had?
Not right off the top of my head, no.
Hey, Chad, you got a second to come out here and explain that to her? No? Okay.
So I think we ought to start a resolution, get the reports coming in. If somebody wants to draw something up or whatever we need to do.
I'll be glad. I was just looking back at last month's minutes, but I'll be glad to draft a written resolution if we need that.
I think we need to do that. Or the city council will want them. So I think we need to get it already. Any more questions on the reports? A motion to accept it.
Make a motion.
I'll second it.
Call the roll.
Alderman Joyce?
Yes.
Alderman Falconberry?
Yes.
Alderman Hill?
Yes.
Alderman Morris?
What are we voting?
Alderman Morton?
What are we voting on?
The report.
Reports.
To drop a resolution?
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Alderman Williams?
Yes.
Old business, ordinance 2020-2, OSHA ordinance, second reading.
I second.
First, New business ordinance 2020-3, amend ordinance 97-1 purchasing.
Move to approve it.
Second.
Got a first and second, any discussion? I think it's a good ordinance, we need it. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Alderman Falconberry.
Yes.
Alderman Morton.
Yes.
Alderman Williams.
Yes.
Alderman Joyce.
Yes.
Alderman Hill.
Resolution 2020-10, approved contract with T-Dot.
I don't know.
It's on phase 2 of the downtown project, tied to that last grant that we got.
I make a motion.
Second.
Got a first and second, any discussion?
Did we ever decide what we're gonna put everybody in parking yet? That's still in the budget, part of it. That's still part of it.
Yes.
Park in your yard or?
That may be.
Yeah, we have to have a parking solution to go with it.
But we haven't got one up yet.
We've got an idea, we just don't have it built at this point. Todd, was there anything in there that you saw that we needed to look at or talk about?
Well, I was gonna ask, this is an agreement with TDOT. What I looked at the agreement with Heathcote and Davis, is that, and sent that resolution, is that?
That's what this is.
Oh, okay.
We've already got our contract with TDOT.
Well,
This is for the consultants
Okay, so.
for phase 2.
So this is a resolution to approve a contract with Heathcote and Davis for engineering services for them to do this
Correct.
project.
That's correct.
It's a form contract. I didn't have any issue with the way the contract was drafted or the provisions. I'm trying to pull up the total. It was a big contract, so I wanted to make sure that the board was aware of the.
Before we
scope
vote
of
on
the-
that, shouldn't we rephrase this resolution? That's what we're approving as opposed to, this really says nothing here. And just to make the minutes right, that we should be voting on approving the contract with the Heathcote and
Yes, and Todd had sent a revised ordinance today, and I apologize for not getting that in y'all's hands. I didn't even think about it, but he sent that to us today, that says what it should say.
Yeah, it's a contract with the engineers for them to perform the work on it. I'm trying to pull it up here on my phone now. But do you remember the total cost off?
I don't.
It's a $300,000 engineering services contract. Is there timing an issue on that, Mark?
If we need to take it under advisement next month, that we can.
Well, I mean, just because it is such a big contract, I'd like the council to have a chance to, I guess, look at it and make sure that you're committing to a lot of money.
Yeah,
I know everybody's committed to it because, and Mark, you may know, I don't know off the top of my head the funding as far as the.
Yeah, it's $1.7 million grant.
Okay.
But yeah, if we want to take that up next month, that's okay.
I just think it's nice to, for the record, to
Like
know
to
what
look
we're
at it.
voting on.
Like to look at it.
I withdraw my second
Get a motion to move this to next month. Mary Joyce,
Second.
first, second. Call the roll.
Alderman Joyce?
Yes.
Alderman Hill? Yes. Alderman Falconberry?
Yes.
Alderman Morton?
Yes.
Alderman Williams?
Yes.
Other business.
I have one little thing, just that someone asked me if we were going to improve the parking up there at where we bought the house for the parking on Depot Street at the community center. I just wondered if that's been planned to be put in the budget.
We certainly can. Anything y'all want to put in there.
I just had a couple of people ask about parking up there.
Yeah,
purchased it with that in mind, but we've never really talked about a timeline for doing anything right there, but we certainly can. The one thing I was gonna do here before long is get that backside cleaned up and cleared out. Just get it looking good anyway. How's our leasing going on over there at the building? We've rented it out any? Oh,
We look at it several days.
Yeah, it rents out quite a bit.
Another group of senior citizens meeting there tomorrow.
We're not senior.
Anything else on the other business beside the ballpark?
I do have one other thing, but it can wait till after they get finished so they can say their piece and I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait till they're done.
All right, y'all ready for this?
Ready? Go.
Since it's been a while since we've been here, I want to introduce you to Mike Miner, Ross Brown, and Pam Snissen. That's our board members that are here. We've got 4 or 5 more, same ones that were here before that have been. They just running kids around and doing all that kind of stuff. Last season was our first season. Y'all know all this. We had 260 something kids. This year we have over 300 signed up. We're playing up here at the high school still, sharing a field with the high school, the junior varsity, and the middle school team. And that makes for a lot when we have 27 teams, and we're at their mercy to do that. So that's the main reason we need somewhere to go. Our goal is to have 2 fields by next season if everything gets approved and that. We have an engineer working right now, Ken Crowder, is working on a proposal for us about drainage of the park. He already has a template of the park layout. He's checking on a few things with it as far as drainage, and so that's where
That's
we're
the
at.
question, where are they gonna drain it?
That's
Drain
where we're
everything to the park.
Yeah, that's what he's putting together a proposal for us about drainage of the park. It's been surveyed. We're getting more survey work done as far as the front of the park and the rear of the park, as far as a topography map and where the water's going. He's been and talked to us recently about that, and he's working on it.
It didn't hit the ball way down in that hole.
Yeah, just tell him not to hit it this far. But we're trying to limit anything back in the floodplain.
I don't see how we can do anything tonight till we see the engineer report how they gonna do all this right here.
Yeah, as far as that, we put this together kind of having in mind that if we could start working on something as far as in writing, what we're obligated to do and what the town's obligated to do, that kind of thing, an agreement, before we got to the actual, this is the ballpark proposal, as far as plans and all that.
Yeah.
We were just kind of wanting some guidelines to go by.
Yeah, I understand, but we got this on Friday.
Mhm.
Is that right? Thursday, Friday?
Thursday or Friday.
Thursday, Friday, we got this, and the attorney hadn't looked at it, or we haven't got anything.
Okay.
And we need something ready from the engineer, see what they're gonna do with it. Because we got, I know that, I got several questions to ask, but I want to see what they propose and what they're gonna do. But you know, there's some other stuff in there that don't just look
Right now,
kosher to me.
right now, we've got a 10-year contract, right?
Mhm.
So they're operating under a 10-year contract. That's what while we're working on that. And it's now a good time to ask the question.
I would say, yeah, now's a good time to ask.
Okay. I had a call about some maintenance on there. And there was a legal question about how, if they maintain the area that they're practicing, is that a liability if they are under a contract with
Right now, yeah, we've got someone wanting to practice out there right now. And if they're part of the group that we've got a contract with, is it okay for them to go out there and mow,
for a little spot to practice, or would we need to, you know, sign an additional waiver of any kind, or would that fall under the agreement that we've already got?
Well, I can't remember what the agreement says about liability currently, but generally, you know, it's the town's property. It's liable and responsible for it unless we have a contract in place, and really unless they get insurance to cover any liability. I mean, that's what the town needs if somebody else is going to use the property.
Are y'all insured yet, Keith?
We have, yeah, we're insured as of March 1st. I got a different answer. We have a $3 million liability policy.
Okay.
It's through TYBA. I called the director of TYBA. He gave me one answer, and the lady that really does the legwork for TYBA gave me a different answer. So I called the insurance company, and she told me as long as it was on a public-owned spot of land, the kid was covered. The lady at the insurance company.
Under your
Under our
insurance
insurance,
policy.
under our TYBA insurance.
And I
Now,
assume that
if
the
you practice
coaches,
it, yes, ma'am. If you practice at my house, I'm liable. But if we practice at a state park, a city park, it would fall under TYBA insurance if somebody got hurt.
Can you get us a copy of that?
I can.
but I want to know.
I have a digital copy I can get.
That's
I got a
fine.
digital copy I can get.
And also, Keith, a list of people who might work, you know, under that, so that, you know, whoever.
I got a list of everybody in the league's coach's name,
Okay.
Email, phone number. I got all that.
Because I understand he wants to practice,
Mhm.
and he wants a short grass to practice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we're all for the ball out here. We're all for it. But we got, how many people live in the city of Chapel Hill now? 1,600 plus, and we got to answer to them.
Yeah.
You know, and we can't, I'm not gonna guarantee anything. We get everything
Mhm.
by what the law said, what we can do. And that's the reason we hire an attorney for $40,000 a night to come up here.
I think I go to law school.
Oh, but Keith, I was gonna say,
You understand, Keith, you understand what I'm
I
saying?
do.
We
I do. You
can't
got
do
you
it.
got to cover. That's the reason we started on
Right.
something like this to get somewhere to start.
Right.
Because we need to both be protected.
Oh, I know that.
Honestly, our group needs to be protected, and y'all need to be protected too. It's your problem.
And I think part of the reason we're here is we're about to start spending some real money
Yeah.
that we've raised on the engineer.
Mhm.
So we want to make sure at the end of the day that we're all kind of on the same page before we start spending out the money that we have raised.
Right. I understand, but unless we get some engineers part of it, I don't see how the city can.
But that was my question. Are y'all eating this engineer?
We're paying for
Yeah.
anything to do with the
They're paying
ball.
for it.
Yeah, we're paying for it.
Okay, I'm just asking.
About 95% of what we raised, anything other than what the town gave us, they gave us the 27,000 from the dancing on the duck
Right.
and 5,000 last year's budget. Any other thing is publicly. I mean, it's
That's
private
y'all's-
donations.
Well, I don't remember if we talked about this before, Keith, but on the irrigation system, is the engineer coming up with an estimate on how much usage that would be?
We talked about that the other night, and we talked about not doing an irrigation
I was
system
gonna say,
because the town is in water crunch.
there's a couple other options we may be able to
That's-
tap into.
We want to keep the grass alive, but we don't want to.
Right.
You know,
I would suggest that when we get our plans, we have a work session and, you know, get together and sort all this stuff out, and then so we have something to vote on.
yeah,
Yeah, how y'all feel about that, getting together for a work session?
absolutely.
Also, I think we need to get the county involved in it,
We got
because this is more of a
we
county funded
we already
thing than
have.
a city funded thing. Make sure it gets on their agenda when you go to the county. Don't talk to one or two council members. They say, no,
That
I'm
happened
going to
last
put
year.
it on the agenda.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Make sure you do
Now,
that.
we
'Cause
got it.
there's money there from the
I've-
county to help you.
We've already got money from them.
Okay.
Yeah, we got.
Well, I'm just trying to hit you
Engineer
out.
on.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh, I know. We've went down a bunch of rabbit holes trying to.
Right.
I
There's
promise.
money there.
I promise. That's all I do besides work is work on the ballpark.
There's money there from the county bill.
What kind of time frame is, are we looking like next meeting, 2 meetings
He
out?
said probably a couple of months. Of course, I don't know.
He said May.
He
Yeah.
said probably May, and he's gonna come with us, and in case y'all have questions about stuff that we don't know about.
So the engineers will come with you?
Yeah, we've got him, y'all got some?
I was just trying to get ahead of the ballgame. We're trying to get this thing rolling and have this field ready to roll next spring. So we know it's gonna take time to get everybody's buy-ins and things like that. Time for people to come out here and start doing excavating,
Right.
doing all these other things like, grass, fencing, roads, walks, everything. It's gonna take some
It's gonna
time
be a war
to
field.
arrange all this stuff before springtime. We're just trying to get ahead of the ballgame with just some formalities we was trying to get settled before we get really rolling on this thing and donating a lot of money, putting a lot of money in this thing. Because my son is willing to donate a substantial amount of money.
I understand.
So he must be
Yeah,
protected.
that's
You guys want
extremely
to
impressive to
protect
me.
it too.
The Mike needs to step up and do that. That's impressive to me. It's nice to see him, somebody, he'll put a little money back in town.
Yeah, he's from here, and he's known that we needed the ballpark for so long. We always had to go check Lewisburg for all those years, going back and forth. We never had a ballpark here. We had a lot of kids for all those years. We still had to go to Lewisburg. Now he's got some money. He wants to donate back to the cities for all the kids to be able to play. He said all my friends, everybody's growing up, has got kids now. Everybody, when this ball field is built, it's going to affect so many people in this town and the community surrounding areas. If it ain't a dad, grandfather, grandmother, cousin, uncle, somebody's going to be touched with a kid going and playing ball over here.
And thanks to y'all for doing it, getting it started and
My biggest
Working
concern
hard.
is all of that water back there. It was rough, a month ago? Because it pushed into places that.
Oh, I ride down there.
Yeah,
I'm
you're in the
by it all
neighborhood,
They know.
I don't want to tear up you guys' pretty new fields either.
Yeah,
because
the engineer
we
knows.
can't control
Yeah,
it.
the engineer's
He's
working
already
on
went
his
over a lot of that stuff with us. He said the big field is going to cut to a small little section into that flood zone. He says they're going to look at the engineering part of it, to that corner that's going to be in that flood zone.
I have the drawing.
Did y'all have to take
I have the
pictures when that water was standing this last flood?
No, I didn't go take pictures. I went down there.
Would have been amazing if you had them.
Yeah.
So did we take any drone pictures out there?
The worst I've ever seen it was one the pictures Mark had on his drone. I have the preliminary drawing in my car across the road if y'all want to see it. Or,
I'm excited about it for y'all.
it's a massive amount of work and a massive amount of people coming together and helping, but it's been good. Now we've got Unionville joining us. They pulled out of the rotation they were in, so there's another 160 kids. So we're playing some there, some here. That's 460 kids. I mean, I know that
That brings a lot in.
that brings another 100 families. You ought to see. Come up here on Saturday morning
I
and
could
see
see
how
how
many
kitchen
cars up
window.
here.
Or go to
And then
a
go talk to
restaurant.
all these restaurants and see what they think about it. Because they're definitely donating too. Every business in town just about has called me wanting to help.
On the 99-year agreement, where does the town's protection come from? God forbid something happens, you guys disband,
Yeah.
the league kind of goes away. What wording goes in there?
Yeah,
for-
you would just have to put language in there regarding a termination by either side under certain conditions. Well, that's part
Only
of it.
says if we
make them
get rid of you.
get rid of
Well,
whatever
y'all-
reason, within the first 2 or 3 or 4 years, or whatever.
So, I mean, it's just an issue we have to, obviously it's a lot bigger deal to go from a 10-year to a 99 because people are going to be looking at it decades from now and trying
Yeah.
to sort it out. So, but it can be done. You just have to be comfortable with
I'm
whatever
just
terms we put.
very sure for the money that Mike
He's
is
just-
talking about throwing in there, that he wants the
He
protection on
wants
his
the
end.
fields to be taken care of and protected. If I'm gonna do this,
No,
I mean, he's not the only donor. He's just.
Well, Well,
biggest
he just
dog.
happens to be the one that I know, and the name stands out
And
to
the
me,
local
type of thing.
Yeah, he's, he's got concerns.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You have your peeps call our peeps and work it out.
I think y'all's engineer, we really need to talk to him. And we're gonna work with you.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, we're gonna work with you. But we need to look at the particulars on it and let the attorney look at it, because it hits on Thursday and then here we meet on.
Well, we met with
Monday.
Thursday night is the reason, so.
Yeah.
All,
So that's
I
the
mean,
reason.
every one of us have full-time jobs. and-
Oh, I understand
it's,
that.
I'm not
Understand.
trying to be, but
You have to start somewhere.
you gotta start somewhere, I mean.
Yeah.
And that's what
But
we're,
I
that's
think
just
y'all
what
can
we-
understand, we need to look at our
Yeah,
end too,
I do.
you know.
So what's our next step on, as far as getting an agreement? You wanna see the engineer first before we,
I think we do.
Well, I think it sounds like y'all have a more developed plan
Mhm.
than where we were the last time.
we do, yeah, we do.
And y'all tell me how you want to proceed, but my thought was that we get the current agreement back in front of everybody and what they have proposed, and maybe this next plan, and whether it's the next board meeting or whether it's a work session, have y'all talk about it, and then y'all can give me direction, and we can get some more input from their side and work on a draft new agreement.
That sounds
I
great.
agree. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, if we can work on agreement, if the engineering don't pan out, we might have wasted our time, but at the same time, we're getting ahead of the ball game. So when the engineer comes back and everybody's agreed to it, we're done. I mean, we're done with the agreements between the two sides. Engineering did their job, so let's just be a little ahead of the ball game, because we really like to get this thing going by next spring.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take a lot of work to get it going.
It's just gonna grow when these houses get built. That's the majority of people.
Now, we still gotta keep up the surrounding park, but y'all just wanna
Yep.
keep up the ball field.
Pretty much,
Pretty much.
everything
Everything
y'all
I
already
can
do
Very
is,
reasonable.
It's up to us.
we're cutting the mower now.
Right. Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, everything else the city's already doing.
Yeah.
It's not,
I don't see no problem with that.
And we know everything's subject to the approval of the
Yeah.
final drainage plan, but
Yeah.
I think what we're trying to say is, are we kind of on the same page so we can keep on moving forward?
I would like to think we are.
I think,
Okay.
because the engineer's gonna be some.
I think the only thing we're
Yeah,
really worried
as
about
y'all
is
know.
It's not gonna be,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be $500, it's gonna be some money.
Yeah, like I said, my one and only concern is that water. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's-
well, that's, yeah.
That's all.
And,
Right.
and
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
fact
That's what we
that
talked
we're
about.
keeping a whole bunch of grass will actually help. Like, it's not like we're going in there and paving a whole bunch of space,
Yeah,
so.
We want places for it to soak up, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we need a little concrete right in the middle, but he explained to us.
Is the
you
parking
gotta
lot
have-
acceptable, what we have right now? Is
Yeah.
it-
Not here,
Not near, right?
What was that?
the parking lot.
So it's not enough.
There's not enough parking there, no. But
What do we do about that?
he has,
pretty often?
he has a plan.
Okay.
He's got it in the plan as far as, the way he's got it routed right now, it would go around behind, up on the rise. If you're standing on the rise now where the soccer field is, or was, straight back behind there, it's in like the 500-year zone. There's two flood zones. It's right behind the biggest field, and he's got it paved, but I don't know if it would be paved, would it need to be paved, or could we gravel it and then say, for now, and then say,
I would prefer gravel.
I'm just saying gravel, we can add to it real easy, it'll soak water up.
You see how it's gonna do.
Yeah, that's what we thought. We'd have to see how it's gonna work out, then we later on, we.
See if
Hey,
it
if you
handles
got-
the capacity of,
If
you
you
know,
got,
we have enough space.
if you got people parking on the side of the road, and we've got a paved parking lot that's not big enough, well, it's a whole lot easier to add gravel and then say, alright, now let's move
Go
it.
look at it.
Anything to get the kid off the couch and out in the air, I'm a huge supporter of it.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's been really good, it's been better than we expected, you know, and we expected it was gonna be good, but it's, I want to invite y'all to come up there on Saturday morning, and we're there all day. We'll be from April 4th to about middle of June. Come up there and see those kids and see the
We also need sponsors.
smile on their
I
face.
think there are a couple of teen seats.
No, we're full.
Are we full? Okay.
Because Baxter reached out to me last week.
I know she does.
Pick up
I
flyers, look at
asked
birds.
her was Jack King her mother. She just looked at me and smiled, Jack. Yes, she's playing.
I agree with that.
Y'all have any other questions for us, or?
I think so.
If you stick around after the
Same
meeting,
thing.
I'd like to run something by you.
Okay, all right.
I moved to adjourn. That's my job.
Well, I do have that one other thing that we was gonna bring. Chris, do you have that with you? This is where we've been talking about getting our ordinances codified for quite some time now. And we actually got a quote from MTS today for $3,500 to get that started. If y'all want to vote to add, to take that on in other business, we'll go ahead and get that process started. If y'all don't want to add that to other business tonight, we'll save it for next month. It's up to y'all, but
It's something we need to do.
it's something we need to do bad.
Let's do it.
I think we
Go ahead and do it.
do it tonight.
But yeah, the resolution just need, they actually sent a resolution, I wish I had it with me. Yeah, we'll print it off.
I
'cause
got
I'm-
it, I got it. I don't vote to do it. But I'll make a motion for it.
But yeah, they got with us today. Like I say, it's something we've talked about for a long time. The last time we had an official codification was 2005, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's overdue. And that'll make all of our lives a lot simpler.
We'll get a motion
I'll second.
in discussion. Ready to call the roll?
You don't have anybody to call it.
I can.
Call it, Jackie.
Fogelberry,
Yes.
Dottie,
Yes.
Big Daddy,
Yeah.
Carter Jr. Yeah.
You forgot my last name.
That's official.
They forgot
That's official term there, Brian.
You said I was about to fall
As many years as you know me, you
Right,
can't.
you just called him Rat. What's the difference?
So you're
Big
stepping up.
You get to calling him old.
That's professional, lovely.
That's all I need.
That's all you need. Who made
My
another
turn?
motion?
I moved to adjourn.
Motion adjourned, I think.
Second.
You go ahead.
Brings me back to my second thing. Baxter had reached out to me for a sponsor for a team. And the problem I run into is if y'all have a child that needs help, I think I talked to you about this last year, I can sponsor a
I
child
can help
with a store. I can't sponsor the whole team, I don't get enough players. I don't want to know who the child is, I don't care who the child is. But I can get a check real and it's generally $50 to $100. If that pays their fees or, I know there's some families that have that need some help. So I mean, if there's still a child out there that hasn't paid or wants to pay and their family just can't afford it, have somebody reach out to me and support it. Generally takes me a couple weeks to get a check in. If that's a problem, I'll just write it out on my own and I'll just reimburse myself.
That's awesome.
From the store. I was fortunate enough somebody took me under their wing. That's how I played football all the way to college. So I want to make sure that every kid that wants to play can.
Has the opportunity.
Where'd you get that?
I was wondering if we could.
I get asked regularly.